Let me just take these wonders here. Oops. There are cars that I have. Oops. Hey everyone, this is Tekos, and today I'm bringing you another playthrough on my channel. Today I will be playing through Age of Civilization. That's something I've teased on my channel in the past, and now it's finally time to do so. So this is a game, a civilization building game, so to speak, that I backed years ago on Kickstarter. Must have been like at least 3-4 years ago, and I think about 4. And I backed it in German back then because I thought I would play it with friends. Then it would be easy to play it with them, but in the end, as it turns out, I played mostly solo because it works solo quite well. Now the publishers and developers Ice Makes, they were so kind to send me also a English copy of the game so I can play it on the channel, and that's what I will do today. Alright, without much further ado, let me just quickly set up the game and then I will show you how it works. Right, and that should be the entire setup of the game. I think I got everything. So you see, there are quite a few things to get through, but I will just explain the game to you as we go, pretty much. So let me just show you what you see here. So here's just tokens we have. This is money. Here gold up here. These are research tokens. Here are workers that we can get. How many we are depends on the civilization that we currently have. So I will show that to you later. Here's our point tracker. So in a solo game, you should receive at least 20 points to be eligible for a rank. But this is really tough to accomplish. So I can't promise you that we will do so today. Then here we have a few wonders we can get. Here are the civilizations we will pick from. And here are our actions we can do. I will go over all of that pretty soon. Okay, so I think that should all be fine now regarding lighting and everything. So I guess we can get started. Oh, one thing, we get 3 starting gold, and also we have like our little research mat here. I will speak about that when it is time. So in a multiplayer game, you will pretty much do the same things that I do. There are a few things that are different in a multiplayer game. There are more wonders usually, I think. And also it works a little bit different regarding the combat that we will have later on here. You see like these little swords, but I will get to that when it's time. Okay, so I suppose we can just get started, right? So at the beginning of the turn, we always have to rise a civilization here, right? So let me just show you one, for example. Like, let's just take this one here, Byzantium. So let me just put that on the small camera here so you can see it a little better. Or let me show all the civilizations to you. So we can take a look at the initial ones that we can choose from. So we will choose one civilization now that will represent our civilization, so to speak. Right? So we have Polynesia. On the left you always see how many workers you get, how many workers you can use. So you see like Harappa and Byzantium, they have like 4 workers, but Polynesia, for example, only 3, and the Celts as well as the Aztecs. So losing, this is pretty good. Losing a fight won't sacrifice workers. That is not too bad. Also, we get more gold when we fish. The gold when we fish, that doesn't really help us too much, because if we swing back to the other camera, we can only do the actions where this card is located. So only these 6 actions here, right? So fish will be much later, so that's not going to really help us now. But losing battles, sacrificing workers, I think that's a pretty good thing, actually. Then we have the Celts. If you have no research, when we do culture, we get another 3 victory points. That is actually pretty good. That is really good. So we might actually do that. That might be an idea. Then we have Harappa, research $1. So we spent 1 less gold on research for these 3 different things. That's okay. Then the Aztecs wonders cost only 1 instead of 7 gold. That's a lot, but we need to sacrifice 2 workers. Sacrificing means they're out of the game, at least for now. And then Byzantium, if you have the most defense, then we get culture. Okay, interesting. I think the Celts are actually pretty good. The Celts won't really help us for battle, right? So that's something that we will have to see, because we will lose the first few battles. That is not too great, but that's something that we will do later on. But I think the Celts are really not too bad. What we could also do is take Polynesia for now, and then later on switch to the Celts. I think that's what I actually might do. So, okay, so let's switch back to the other camera, and let's just put all the civilizations back to where they belong. Just give me a second here. There we go. Okay, so first step is rising a civilization. So as I said, I will take Polynesia for now. So that means we take that civilization here and we just put it here. That's the civilization we are working with now. We see those 3 workers, so we receive 3 workers. Okay, so that's the workers that we can use. All right, so and now we can take actions or rest. Taking actions means we can just take our workers here and just place them on these 6 actions here. Later on, when we keep moving them, then we have these 6 actions, right? So that is like a variable setup, and that changes each game because you distribute these cards freely. The only thing that is fixed is the plague at slot 5 here. But otherwise, it's all like a variable setup, and this time it's a pretty interesting setup. So let's see how that works. So, what we can do here is we can build a wonder that gives us 3 victory points and a wonder, but we don't have 7 bucks for that. What I will do is put 1 worker here on trade, so we get 2 coins, 2 gold, because we need gold. And then culture, I will not do that yet, maybe. I think I should do research first, right? So we can actually gain something here. Yeah, we could gain mining maybe, right? And that will give us 2 shields, because at the end of the round we will continue here, and then do you see that sword here, right? So then we will compare military strength. The AI opponent will get 1 defense each round. You'll put that here to note that. So it will have 1 defense or one military strength. And when we have 0, we will have to sacrifice a worker, which we don't really want, right? So this is why, this is why we should try to build up some military strength, maybe. At the end, but we don't have to sacrifice at the beginning when we lose. As long as you have Polynesia, that's actually fine. You know what? Let me not invest in defense yet. Let's see that we can get some gold. Maybe we can exploit here. But that red sign here, that red symbol means that we have to sacrifice the worker. But I think that's fine, because next round I will get another civilization anyway, and then we get new workers. So I think I will put that here. By the way, let me put the money back for now, because we resolve that at the end. And then we still have that 1 worker here, and then we would have enough gold to actually do that culture thing, because we need to get a lot of points here, right? Okay, so let's see. And now we will resolve all the actions here, right? So let's start with exploit. So this one is then sacrificed, but we get 2 gold. And then this one here is not sacrificed. We get that one back, and we get another 2 gold, which is pretty nice. And then we will use that one here, which is also not sacrificed. We will have to pay 4 gold for that, and we get 2 victory points. That is a start. We play this over 6 rounds, right? So this was pretty much the first round here. Okay, and now we have the end of the round. So what we do now is we push that further here. The AI gets one defense here, 1 military strength, and now because there's the sword in the corner where we push that down, we will compare military strength. I have 0, the AI is 1, so we would have to sacrifice 1 worker. But it says here losing won't sacrifice worker, so that is fine. So we are fine at the moment. And the next rounds, as you can see, there are no swords anymore. Here will be 1 more. So you will have to sacrifice a worker at the end, which is not a huge problem, I think. Okay, so that was already the first round. Before we go to the second round, let me just take these wonders here, and show those to you. Let me just turn on the other camera here. So we see what kind of wonders we could build this game. So, Angkor Wat, if you gain this, you may pay 3 coins more to have 4 victory points. That's quite a lot. That might be an idea, but it costs a lot, right? We need 7 gold for a wonder plus 3. That's a lot, but still. When you gain this, if you have no experience points, we get 2 victory points. Okay, and here whenever we build, we get a victory point. Whenever you use build, we get another victory point. That's an action we can only do once, because build, as you can see, is at the very end, so we will only have access to that in the last round. And then we have Magic Castle. When you gain this, we get 1 victory point, and whenever battle occurs, if you have the most defense, another victory point. That's not really interesting either. So Machu Picchu and Himeji Castle are not very interesting. Maybe the other two, but we will need a lot of gold for that. So let's see if that is actually possible. So I'm not quite sure about that. So what we also do at the end of the round, but which I almost forgot, now all the cards, all the civilizations I didn't take, will get 1 gold coin. So I will receive that gold coin whenever I take that civilization, and we will reveal a new one, which is Ottoman. Let me just put that here. So research costs 3 gold less for science and gunpowder. That is not interesting at all. But also note that you also have these abilities down here, right? These will become important now, because now we have the next round, and now the rounds are a little bit different, because now we don't just choose a civilization, right? But instead we will rise or annex a civilization, which means we will choose a new civilization, and then let's just, for example, say I would take this one. I can either rise the Ottoman and put it above the Polynesia, then Polynesia would be gone, or I can annex it and put it below the card. So we still have, because we can only have 1 main power, as you can see, either that or that of the new civilization. But these powers here at the bottom, we always have those, right? And another twist is that we have 6 rounds, yes, but we can only have 3 civilizations, right? So we can only have 1 civilization each 2 rounds, so to speak, right? So I would like to have the Celts now, because for 2 rounds I can invest in culture. I will definitely do that. So I will take that coin here to take these Celts, and I will rise these Celts, like this. So that is pretty good. I will try to keep the Celts for at least 2 rounds, because then we can do culture this round and next round also, so we can really get a lot of points here. So it's good that I did not research anything, because if you have no research, then we get more points for culture. Okay, so now we have a new civilization. That means we get 3 workers, right? If I would have annexed the civilization, I would have just gotten 1 more worker, just like I did now, but there are different reasons, right? If I rise a civilization, I get the workers noted here, which is just 1 more by chance as well, and if I annex it, I just get 1 worker. Okay, so let's see what we will do this round. Instead of taking actions, I could also rest. Rest action would give me an additional worker, up to 4 maximum, and also 2 gold. But we will not do that. I will go here to trade again to get 2 gold again, because we need a lot of that. And then, farm. But farm needs 2 workers. I think, let me put those gold back. We resolve at the end. I always want to resolve immediately. And then we take this one here for culture later on, of course. What do we do with this one? So I can't put it on farm, because farm, as you can see, it needs 2 workers. I could put it on exploit, but then I have 1 worker less next round. But we can't really do anything else, right? So I think I will put it on exploit, and then we will just have to lose 1 worker. That's just the way it is, I suppose. But we need that gold. So what I will do now is, now we resolve everything. So exploit, this one is sacrificed, but we get 2 gold. We also get 2 gold for the trade here. Let me just get those. And then I will pay 4 gold to get 2 victory points for culture. plus another 3 victory points because we don't have any research, right? And the Celts let us do that. So we're now at 7 points. That is not too bad for the second round. That is not too bad. Okay, and that was pretty much it again. So at the end of the round, as usual, we put coins on all the unused civilizations. And we add a new one. Let's take a look at the new one, what we have here. That is Sumer. Only 2 workers. Research is free for writing and sailing. And down here, farm only requires 1 worker. That is pretty good, actually. That is not too bad. I might do that later. Oh, we have farm. Because farm, you see that? That's an action thing here. And we still have that for 2 rounds, right? Yeah. That could be an interesting one. That could be an interesting one. Because getting that much gold would be pretty nice. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea, actually. But we only have 2 workers at the moment anyway, so this might not be interesting now, but maybe next round. Yeah. Okay, so then we also push that one further. There is no sword here, so there is no comparison of military strength, and the AI gets another military strength here. Okay, cool. So now I can take another civilization. Remember, we already have 2, we can only have 3, so I will not take any civilization this round at all. I will just pass, and then we go over to the action selection thing here. So I will pick a new civilization next round, so this means that this means that I can actually sacrifice a worker. So I'll put one on expert again to get some gold. And I will also put one on culture again, of course. And that is pretty much it. Now let's resolve that. So exploit, that one is gone. Sacrifice, but we get 2 gold. Let me get those. Like that. And then culture, we resolve that one. We pay 4 again to get 2 plus 3 victory points. So we're now at 12, which is pretty decent. Yeah. I don't know if we can reach the 20 this game. Let's see. But 12 is not too bad, right? So usually I get like between 15 and let's say between 14 and 18. That's usually the score I get. I have reached 20 before, but it is really tough. Okay, so let's see. That was already the round, so now we put gold on all the unused civilizations again, and we add another one. So you see now we have 6 lying here. So let's take a look at Lydia. When Lydia rises, we get 4 coins. Oh, we just get 4 coins, just like that. Ooh, that is not too bad. Because we can't use our culture bonus here of the Celts anymore. Because, well, we will lose culture as an action space in a minute. So Lydia might actually be an idea. Because 4 coins, that's not too bad. Then we would have 6 coins. We need 7 for the wonder. But yeah, we can go to farm and then do that. That's 7, 9. And then we need 1 more coin. Interesting. So we would actually be able to get quite a few points. I have an idea what we can do. But now let's just finish up the round. So we will push that further. 1 more military strength for our opponent here. I already did that, and I think I did not forget anything. Right. So it's my turn again. I will definitely take Lydia now. I will rise Lydia. That means, first of all, we get 3 workers. So now we have 3 workers, and also we get 4 coins. Other players get 1 coin. Well, there are no other players, so let's just take these 4 coins here, like that. Okay, there we go. And then let's see, hunt also, we also have like, what you also see here is like we have like these worker spaces here. Let me just show you close up. So we have these spaces here. This means we have these worker spaces at all times, right? Like usually there would be like hunt and fish would be here, but we also have them here on our civilizations now, which doesn't really matter too much because, I mean, we are already here, right? Okay, so let's get as much money as we can. So 2 workers, We can't do trade anymore. Trade would have been great now, but let's put 2 workers here. Actually, yeah, let's put 2 workers here. That will give us 3 coins later on, and also I will put 1 here. I think that's what I will do. Yeah, I think that's what I will do. Alright, I had to pause for a second because my second camera stopped working, but there it is again. Okay, good. Wonderful. Good to know that that works. Okay, so we put everything here. Now we will resolve everything. So these 2, I will get those back, and you get 3 coins, which is nice. So now we have quite a lot here, and then here we get, for hunt, we get another coin, and also it says if you have no research, which you don't have, we haven't researched at all, we get another victory point. So now we have 13. That is pretty good. Okay, and now remember, right, we still have 2 rounds left, but we can't take any further civilizations. That's important to note. Okay, because what I'm doing now is pretty much pointless, but you would have to add like coins for each civilization again, but you know what, I can't take any civilizations anymore anyway, but I will still turn a new civilization over just to show it to you, because then you can see what else we have here. So Babylon, every turn in, gain a research for free. Wow, that is really strong. Wow, that is not bad. And here research also costs one gold less. Okay, that is pretty strong, because getting like 1 research each round, if you get that at the very beginning, you have like 6 research you can get. That's a lot. Okay, so that, and then we go further here, and then you see here, now we have that red meeple here, plague. That means we lose 1 worker, and also the AI will get another cube like this. Okay, so it's our turn again. We could take a civilization usually under normal circumstances, but we already have 3, so we can't take any. So this is why I will just skip this, and then we can use our workers to do stuff. And actually, hunt. Let's go 1 here, and 1, 2, 4, 6. That should work, and 1 here. Because what I will do now is, so first let's resolve that hunting guy here, so we get another coin, and also if we have no research, we get another victory point, which I will do here, and then we resolve this one. This one will have to be sacrificed, as you can see here, and it costs 7, 2, 4, 6, 7 gold, and then we get 3 victory points, 1, 2, 3, and we gain a wonder, and I will take this one here, the Anchor Wat. Let me just show it to you again. And when we gain this, we may pay 3 coins to get another 4 victory points, which is amazing, because I will definitely do that, because we have these 3 coins here. That's what I've been saving up for, and we get another 4 victory points. So we're actually at 21. So we actually already reached like but it's only the lowest rank, but we did reach a rank at least. And that's all. I have resolved all the workers, so we continue here. And now we are in a pretty bad spot, because the AI gets another one of these cubes, and now we have to compare military strength. Well, they have 5, I only have 0. So we lose 1 worker, so now we don't have any workers anymore. But it's okay, I reached my goal of reaching 20 at least, so that is fine. Also, we would have to put gold on all the cards here. I would skip that now, because we can't take any civilizations anymore. But you see like how many civilizations there are, right? There's so many different combinations you can have, which is really cool. So let's just turn over a new one for next round, so I can just show you another civilization. So here that would be Congo. When you rest, so do nothing, you actually get 2 victory points and a coin. That is really strong as well. You can just rest. Well, you can't rest each round, but like, yeah. So for example, if I rested now, this round, because I don't have any workers, then I could get 2 victory points, which would be really strong now, but I can't do that now. So I don't take a civilization because I have 3 already, and then I also can't take any worker actions, right? Because I don't have any workers. So instead I can rest means I get a worker back and 2 gold coins, but that doesn't really matter because the game is already over, right? Because that was the last round. I did all my actions, so none pretty much, and that is it. So we are at the end of the game now, and what we do now is we just take a look at the points we have. That's it. There's nothing more we have to count or sum up or anything. We just look at the points we have here, and that's 21 victory points. And then we take the rulebook here, and let me just find the. There we go. And you see that we have. Let me just pull it up a little closer here. You see that we have like achievements, right? So you see here we have achievements here, and then we see what we have. So you see like these are just points, and here these are points and different number of wonders and technologies and whatever. And you try to achieve like all of those. So what we got is remarkable clan, score 20 or more points. That's what we got this game. So we didn't have 25, 30, or even 35 points, right? We didn't reach that this round. So we also could have had like a lot of technologies or 25 more points with no technology. That would have been the realm of primitive, right? So this is pretty funny that there are some achievements. All right. So that was my playthrough, but don't leave yet, because let me just say a few things about the game. So if you have seen my unboxing, then you already know what I think about the components. The components are in both versions, the Kickstarter version and the retail version, which is the one I have now. These two versions have different components, but they are all pretty decent actually, right? So pretty good components. I like them. And the cool thing is that you have like this really small box, right? It's a really small box, as you can see here, right? So really great for traveling or for just for your gaming shelf, because you don't need as much space. That is really good. The game itself is fun as well. It is very prone to luck, because depending on the civilizations you get, depending on the order of these actions here, it can happen that you can't get as many points or whatever, right? So it's pretty prone to luck, but I mean, that's what the game thrives on, right? Having like all of these civilizations. Take a look at that, how many there are. That is pretty impressive. Like, and they all play very differently, and they all pretty much make up what your chances are of winning. That is really cool. You saw the game is not long at all, so this video is like about half an hour long, but I've been talking at the beginning and in between and at the end. If you know how the game works, you can set it up. You can set it up and play it within 20-25 minutes, and that is pretty good, right? That's a pretty good time for a solo game. I need to be honest, I have not played it multiplayer yet. Although I have had it for years, it somehow never hit the table with other players. I only played it solo so far, which is good, because I like it as a solo game. I don't know how it would play as a multiplayer game. I imagine it would also work quite well, because you're kind of fighting over these civilizations. So I guess that's an interesting aspect that comes in. But I think it is rather made for the solo experience, right? I think so. So that's what I think, but I can't really say, because I haven't played the multiplayer version yet. If you own the game, you have played the multiplayer, please let me know in the comments what you think about it. So I can definitely recommend this game if you can somehow get a hold of it. I think at the moment the retail version is quite tough to get. I think you can mostly get the Kickstarter version at the moment, which is still a very solid experience, right? The game itself is not different at all. It's just that the components are a little bit different, but they are still pretty good. So pretty cool game. And there's one more thing I want to show you, because I showed you like a pretty thick rule book, but don't let that intimidate you. There are just also variants, like variant changing world, and then you have like a few of the civilizations explained and whatever. There's a pretty detailed and pretty good rule book, but you also have the scenario guide, and that is for the solo game only, because that's the path to glory. And you see here we have like 5 different scenarios, so to speak. We just played the regular game. I just played the regular game now to show you how it works, but I'm also planning to play through all these scenarios in the future. So if the Age of Wonders, the Silk Road, the Lost Civilization, Mongol Devastation, Death and Rebirth. And it works a little bit different, because, for example, in the Age of Wonders, you only have 6 civilizations you play with, right? All like 6 specific civilizations, all others put in the box. So it's kind of like a campaign, right? Because there are like various like new concepts also. There are cars that have, that was not supposed to happen. Well, whatever, I'll clean that up later. But there are a lot of cars that I haven't used yet. So you see here. Wait, let me check them out. So these are the other wonders. Here, we haven't used any of these cards yet, right? And these are all part of these scenarios, right? Which is really cool. Not only that, but they're also, oops, I'm just putting that here in as a divider so I know which I don't need for the base game. And also there are tokens that I haven't used that I used for the variable setup and everything. So there still is stuff to discover after you have learned and played the game the first time. And that is really cool, right? Having the scenario guide here and going through all these scenarios and like just discovering the game anew, differently, so to speak. So that is pretty cool. I like that. So this game definitely gets a warm recommendation from my side. Last year there was also, this year, I think even this year, there was the next Kickstarter, Age of Galaxy. I unfortunately have not backed it, but I'm actually thinking about maybe trying to get it as well, because if it is about as good as Age of Civilization, it sounds like a pretty cool game. So I might also check that out. Yeah, that was my playthrough of Age of Civilization, and I'm planning to play through the other, like the scenarios in the future, not in the near future, because I don't want to bore my viewers with like the same kind of video in a short time span, but I will probably play the first scenario this year at least at some point. So yeah, if you're watching, thank you so much for doing so. I really hope you enjoyed this playthrough. If you did, why don't you let the algorithm know by liking and maybe even commenting and maybe even subscribing if you like enough of my videos. That would really help my channel grow, and I would be really appreciative of that. Also, I do have a Discord server that you can join to speak with me and my community about everything relating board games, and also a few off-topic things. So it's really fun over there. So it'd be great to see you there. And apart from that, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the very next video. Alright, take care everyone, and cheers.